Annette, Sheet Metal Forum, the clue's in the name, I assume.
Yes, it is. This is about sheet metal, the technology surrounding sheet metal and the excitement that can still be found in it.
And how many people are you expecting here? I mean, this is a 2-day event, isn't it? How many people have you had and how many are you expecting?
We're expecting about 30 to 40 people each day. And we had close to 30 people on the first day, and I think today we've had over 30 sign up already.
That's quite a turnout for a new event, because this is a new event to you and to Wilson Tool, isn't it?
It is a new event to all of us in the UK. An event like this in the similar format has already taken place twice now in the Netherlands with similar companies. But to have a forum like this with many sheet metal companies together, is the first in the UK.
What is the attraction to maybe a manufacturer or a sheet metal company? Why would they want to come through these doors and witness one of these days?
Networking, because there are a lot of other sheet metal manufacturers there, and it's not about competition, it's about what everyone has in common, the manufacturers of the machinery and the users of the machinery, which is the passion, the excitement for sheet metal, and seeing how to make it and how to continue to make it a very profitable and future-oriented business.
Robert, is this your first time kind of exhibiting an event like this?
No, practically it's the second one. We had a similar event in the Netherlands 2 years ago already, and we will have it again in a couple of weeks over there at Wotwans, which is one of the partners here from that event as well.
And I believe that the reason that this event was founded was as a result of the overseas success. What do you put the success down to?
Well, this is a great opportunity for customers to learn a lot about technology, about, let's say, different subjects, how to improve their production quality and other issues, let's say, apart from the pure sales point of view. It's not like an exhibition where we try to sell equipment to people. We would like to highlight technology, we would like to show them solutions, and we would also like to discuss with the customers, okay, what is the way we will go together in the future, how to improve production and how to adapt production for the future needs.
It's interesting because I actually said exhibiting here, but that's not really the case, is it? It's kind of educating. You've come here to educate an audience as to finishing processes, finishing most metal processes. Would that be correct?
Yes, in our case it's a finishing process, so it's all about deburring, oxide removal, surface finishing, and what we highlight here is the quality point of view. Not the process itself, we want to show the people the influence of the process to improve their product quality.
Ian, you've done exceptionally well to get dozens of people here over this 2-day event at Wilson Tool. Why do you think they've come along?
I think it's something new in the industry in the UK. I mean, we haven't had a sheet metal trade show here in many years, and it's a chance for customers sort of to come together and see a lot of things in one day.
And you've been involved in the putting together of this event. Why have you selected the TRUMPFs of this world and the companies like that to be part of this?
Well, they're obviously some of the biggest players in the market. We knew they'd have something very interesting to talk to people about. They're at the cutting edge of technology, so.
And also the question and answer sessions as well. They've been sort of provoking a little bit of interest. Often they're very difficult to get going, but they've been a success too, haven't they?
Yeah, more successful than I thought they would be. It's always very nervous when you start an event like this as to how something like that's going to go, whether people are going to interact or anything like that. And yeah, it went really well. People were very engaged, and the topics were very much on where's the industry going and what does the future look like, and it was very interesting actually.
Ivo, you've travelled from Germany to represent TRUMPF here at the event today. Give me 2 things that you've put across in your presentation.
Well, the first one is that there is a vast variety of lasers that are commercially available on the market, and we have to help customers to find the right laser for their application. That's the first message. The second message is that Industry 4.0 is a quite known catchword, but we have to help customers to find their Industry 4.0, their smart factory.
They're very application driven, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very application driven, and people have to realize that lasers can do a lot of things, but there is always a good laser and an okay laser. For example, CO2 are very good if you talk about high quality and versatility. Fiber lasers or disc lasers are fiber delivered, and they're very good in terms of being very fast on the mid-range and thin end of things. So it really depends on what the customer's after. If it's quality, if it's speed and output, what the right laser is for him.
I think what's interesting is sheet metal manufacturers visiting here. Wouldn't they already, well, forgive me for this, but wouldn't they know a lot of this already, or does a lot change all the time?
It's the awareness of things that is changing. I think people are looking at their technology and want to progress, and to them progression always means to change to a new technology, and that's not necessarily the message we want to give across. I think we want to just talk to customers and find out what their needs are, and then be able to say this is the right laser for you.
I think that's what strikes me by looking at this, is how diverse and flexible TRUMPF's capabilities are, correct?
Yes, we are correct, and we realize that we have to help customers to find their right choice of lasers in that broad range of things.
Paul, a fantastic presentation. I'm looking here at what we discussed, or what was discussed during it. Reduced cycle times, reduced setup times, smart bending, automation, but the one that's really interesting to me was the first time right. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that's the goal for everybody. They want to put a piece of material in, and when they come out, it'll be correct. There'll be no scrap, there'll be no correcting of angles or measuring. So with a laser angle measurement system, for example, you could put a piece in. As you're doing the bending, the lasers will actually measure the angle as it's being bent. If there's any spring back, it will measure the spring back and make a correction. So you put one piece in, you get one piece out, and it's correct.
Because if you had a piece of material and you told the machine it was 1 millimeters thick, but it was actually 1.1, the machine's not doing it incorrectly, is it? It's the very fact that it's doing what it's supposed to do, but it's because the material's thicker, the bend is different.
Yeah, basically the information you give it is the information it uses. So if you tell it a lie, it will base its plans on that lie. These days there's a lot more processes involved, and the bending is often the last process. So you've already laser cut it, for example, on a very expensive piece of equipment, and it might be an expensive material. So you only find out at the very end if it's wrong, and you've put all of that expense into it. So if you can eliminate any errors at that point, then you eliminate scrap.
So essentially, in summary, what we're saying here is if you're bending, lasers can detect the angle of the bend and adjust anything within the machine accordingly, so you get a correct part off.
That's spot on, yeah.
Peter, what knowledge have you been sharing at this event today?
Our knowledge sharing is the availability of plasma for the thinner material, and we think that we can come quite close to achieve the same quality or enough to close the gap with laser.
And is this picked up on by engineers? Is it important to them? Is it interesting to them?
Sometimes I feel missionary, so that I have to push this in the market because they will not get it from me. We have to push it, and that's the reason we are here.
And how have you found the event thus far? Have you found that the audiences have been responsive to certainly your presentations and others?
Every audience what came here today and yesterday, they were very positive, and what they really liked is that a couple of companies who are in the same, who are fishing in the same lake, or competitors, are doing this event, and that is very positive.
That's what I've found. It's been a very neutral environment, but very educational as well, rather than trying to sell.
Yeah.
It's good messages, getting the right messages to the right people.
The goal is that we are sharing know-how, technology, and that's also the reason why the product managers are on stage and not the sales guys, because then it's not neutral anymore.
Good. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
The same for you. Bye. Thanks.
The other point you said to me when I asked you for two, Ivo, was the Industry 4. Tell me a little bit about what you've been detailing to the audience today on that.
Industry 4.0 is not a product that you can buy. It's a development that you need to find and tailor it to your needs. Basically, every company stands where it is, and what we share with the companies is a vision where they should be in the future.
We talk about these things in Industry 4, Ivo, but what's the ultimate goal for an engineer? I mentioned the analogy of the material and the shop floor situation, but what is the utopia? What are they going to get from Industry 4? More efficiency, or how do you summarise it?
In the end, they save a lot of money. It's the one-piece flow that is still allowing you to be flexible but commercially attractive in your production, and that's the big vision in the end, the money savings and the making a production less complex.
So in your eyes, why do you have this event?
It's always amazing. Customers come to trade shows and they just see the machines, but for them it's very difficult to make the connection between their pieces and our machines. So this forum allows us to reach out to customers and to be independent of machines and independent of trade shows, and just give them new ideas how they can produce using current and state-of-the-art technology.
I've been very impressed today, Annette, with the interactivity of the event. Lots of engineers engaging with the workshops and throwing up questions and Q&As, especially in the panel discussion as well.
Yes, I was as well. It was nice to see having people from all over Britain, different industries, but all in sheet metal, interacting over lunch during the panel discussion, having really fruitful discussions.
And the broadness of the different types of processes that have been discussed as well has been very impressive. So I can only take from this that this is the first one of these events, but I'm sure there'll be more to come, will there?
Yes, it was beneficial to our customers, and they have already fed back to us that they liked it. So of course then we want to do it again, and we will sit together with all the organisers and see when and how we will repeat and improve on this event.
Good stuff. Thanks for the invitation, Annette. Thank you.
Thank you.